The fans would love to see this. What do you think is going to be in the way of making a fight, Keyshawn Davis versus Devin Haney? What can actually make that happen? Because there's so many layers that have to happen for a fight of this magnitude to happen. What do you think needs to do
I mean,
for it to
shoot,
happen right away?
for happening right away, to if it make money, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Be real
Mm-hmm.
with you, like me right now. I'm be real with
Yeah.
you, like I'm be real with both of y'all. Um, I'm in a position to where like I can stay at 140 and I
Hmm.
can just go crazy at 140. I don't have
Right.
to go up to 147 to fight none of them fighters.
Right.
I'm making the decision to go up to be great. You know what I'm saying? And long as that respect level is there, long as that is worth my time moving up to fight
Right.
Devin Haney, then I'm
Hmm.
gonna fight him. If it's not worth my time, Keyshawn is gonna make the right business decision so I can get in that position again, so they will respect my name. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? There's another champion out there. His name is Lewis Crocker. He's a 147-pound
Okay.
champion. Me and Eddie Hearns already been talking about him before Devin Haney even surfaced the platform. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And he's from the UK. So I would love to go to the UK and fight Lewis Crocker as well, before I fight Devin Haney. But
Right.
3 fights is what I want to fight this year. So once I fight Lewis Crocker, my first
Three?
147, yes,
Woo.
my first 147-pound fight, Lewis Crocker, then of course I go fight Devin Haney right after.
Oh, that's live.
So it's are you just looking for at 47 people with belts, or are you trying to make the best possible fight?
I feel like the ones with the belts at 147 are the best possible fights. You got
Okay.
Rolly Ramirez, he's a name with a belt. You
Yep.
got Devin Haney, he's a name with a belt. Mario Barrios about to fight Ryan Garcia. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And you got Lewis Crocker that fought for the vacant. So
Hmm.
in my opinion, I feel like he's the only one that's kind of like, in the way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm willing to move up to take that belt.
So Keyshawn Davis was on Nightcap with Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson, talking about he fight Lewis Crocker next, and a lot of people saying he was pump faking with Devin Haney. I think this was the plan, just following the current events in boxing. This sounded like this was the play. He kind of was talking about Lewis Crocker. I think they want to make it a unification bout for Devin Haney, so he can get Crocker. I know Eddie Hearn was saying who gonna put the money up for Devin and Crocker, who gonna put the money up for Keyshawn and Crocker. Apparently, Turkey Al Sheik is behind no Diddy Keyshawn Davis. But I also want to address the fact that about what's going on with Top Rank. No inside information, but for the most part, Top Rank, I think right before the pandemic, they was trying to sell. And there was some rumors they was in talks to sell to the zone at the time. And their financials really fall, their value really fall in a fight library in their real estate. Top Rank Gym, I think they got an office building in Vegas, obviously the Top Rank Gym in Vegas. So right now they don't have a TV deal. Stars is pretty much for a second-rate TV deal. A lot of people say they should just sign with the zone, which makes sense with Oscar De La Hoya ain't on the zone no more. And I'll do a short talking about what Dana White said, what was hilarious. I mean, like I said before, right now, now they putting they always put their fighters in tough, but they put them in now tough. Now you got Richard Torres taking on Frank Sanchez for the IBF title eliminator. So Tiger Johnson begging to get an ass whooping, just to get a fight. So for the most part, these guys got to catch Turkey Eye to get on this radar. So, it is what it is on that point. But they don't really got much going on. I mean, I just think they leasing them out, probably getting a percentage of they check to lease them out, and that's it to Turkey. So right now, ain't much really going on with Top Rank. I don't even know if they cared even to put on shows no more and just funnel them through Turkey Al Sheik. And is that them waving a white flag? Probably so. They've been trying to get out for years now. So, but that is what it is. But I don't have no issue with Keyshawn going for Jermaine Ortiz and then jumping up and fight Lewis Crocker. then fighting Devin. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I think Crocker might have, a mandatory opponent coming up. I think I was reading that, but it's another, I think, unknown guy, maybe British guy. I don't have an issue with it. I mean, obviously, we want to see him and Devin and Keyshawn now, but they can make it a unification bout. It's a bigger fight. I think if Keyshawn can get towards 20 fights before fighting Devin, in my opinion, Devin best for getting him right now. And my whole stance about it is he fighting a jabber. He fighting another athletic guy that can match him his physicality. And the crazy thing about it, I just think Keyshawn can match him jab. And what I want to see what Devin gonna do outside of a jab. If Keyshawn can take away that jab, I want to see it. I want to see if Devin can get creative. I think Devin lacks a lot of creativity in his boxing game. You know, there's no creativity there. There's just old Mayweather, use the jab. You know, he don't throw a lot. That's a common theme today, that fighters don't throw a bunch of punches no more. You know, we ain't even a 15-round era. Think about it. Who really throwing punches? You got Gary Anton Russell, Dalton Smith. They on a very, very short list, bro. Is some of these dudes so judicious with their punches, dog? Who throwing punches for real? Who really throwing punches at a high output? Benavidez, Gary Anton Russell, Mbili, Lester Martinez. I like Iglesias. But a lot of y'all ain't seen him. Y'all see him when he get the title, the IBF title, if he can get that. I mean, who really throwing punches? Real talk. I don't know what my back is. But who really throwing punches? You know? So, a lot of these guys, they don't have no output, bro. And Devin is he's so used to just jab, you know, throw a check hook, maybe a right hand. I think he's trying to make him bring another side of him out. But I like the Crocker fight. I haven't seen the fight, but I like it for Keyshawn. And then fight Crocker in the middle of the year, middle of the summer. Then end of the year, close it out with Dev. Now, who would Dev fight in between time and in the meantime? It's a good question. You know, Hitchens, if is Hitchens willing to do it, it's a boring fight in my opinion. So I don't know, but I like Keyshawn and Lewis Crocker. So there ain't no excuses. You got to fight to get it in at 47. Got to fight at 40. Go to 47. You know, and do it. Make a lot of sense. So I don't like the down the road call out, even if it's for late 2026. But if the intent is to, you know, get Keyshawn a title, and then Keyshawn get a title, and then we can, you know, turn around and do Devin unification, that's cool. You know, it'll be nice if Keyshawn can get Rolly, but we know the situation with that. But the IBF WBO unification with Turkey, I like it. I ain't gonna really bitch and complain about them not fighting next. I mean, as long as he get a title and he can, you know, mentally stay on the right track, and they're gonna fight in 2026, cool. Because I was thinking more like late 2027. So I think the closer Keyshawn get to 20 fights, I think Devin need to get him now. And I know a lot of people were surprised. But I said I would, you know, before I watched the film, I feel like it's a 50-50 fight. And I might even favor Keyshawn. I just see something. I see something special in Keyshawn. But, you know, everybody talking about Davis, you know, is stronger and more athletic. I mean, we'll see. When niggas fight niggas, it'd be a lot of surprises, dog. Somebody look real fucking, somebody else be, one of them fighters, you'd be looking real exposed. If it ain't a really good competitive fight, you know, that's how you should rate a lot of these great fighters. How do they do versus the top black fighters around them? Gotta let you know everything you need to know. Everything, but to me, it's a great fight. I mean, people forgetting Keyshawn, I think that was his 14th or 15th fight Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody was like, well, he don't have the amateur pedigree. I'm just like, this nigga was a silver medalist. What are we talking about? How you not had a pedigree? You'll see. If everybody was kind of mad at him, you know, the things he did, I could separate that shit from his talent. I could celebrate how I feel about the Andy Cruz situation, or the thing I feel like he dug Edwin De Los Santos, or some of the wild shit he said in the past and taking I can separate the personal shit from the talent. The talent is amazing. You know, Virginia produces some of the most interesting talents ever created athletically in the world. Very interesting guys. But, you know, this is a fight that the culture need. You know, this is a fight that the culture need just as well as Virgil and the boxing culture. Just as much as Virgil and, you know, Boots. You know what I'm saying? There's some cultural fights that need to happen for boxing. Shushu and the tall Rafael Espinoza, that probably got to happen. You know, Shakur and Osaki Foster, that need to happen for the true boxing culture. People say, well, nobody knows Osaki. Come on, man. You know, and that need to happen. You know, if he got to beat up Raymond Four-Door Ford, so be it. Who else we got in there? Or the return of Errol Spence, that need to happen for the culture. Even on the minor scale, rumors is Tim Tszyu, you know. Better be Evan Beeble 3, that need trilogy, that need to happen for the culture. The winner versus David Benavidez, that need to happen for the culture. Martinez and Benbili, Slade Iglesias, if he get the IBF for 68, that need to happen. All them three need to fight, including the Munguia and the Residents, whatever his name is, the one that beat Caleb Plant, that need to happen for the culture. So those are the fights that I can think of that need Boots and Virgil Ortiz winner versus Sebastian Fondor, that need to happen for the culture of boxing. You know, people say, "Woo, about Tank," man. Fuck that. Fuck Tank, man. I don't want to see Tank versus nobody. You know what I mean? We good. He don't want to fight nobody while we want to put him in there to fight somebody. You know what I mean? So, but those are fights that need to happen. But yeah, you know, I'm willing to wait. You know, if he can get past Crocker and then fight Dev, they go right into a Dev fight. You know, I get why people would favor Dev. I probably, you know, in that situation they fight next, maybe I feel like I slightly favor Dev in that fight because of experience. But if they let Keyshawn get close, 20 fights or closer, he's gonna be hard to beat if he stay out of trouble. But I hit the link in the description. The first one, the link tree. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram. Want to donate? All that's there. Appreciate the love, support. Check out the Box News playlist. Peace.